So there are 3 main ways to text mash in Pokemon Snap, ranging from the easiest to the hardest, right? But it also mashes from the worst option to the fastest option. So the first option we're going to do is the easy option. So if you hold B, you hold the B button and then mash the A button, whenever you get to the part where it asks, do you want to repeat this text or not? What it does is it checks to see, is B pressed right now? If yes, then proceed without continuing. If you press, even if you press A while holding B, it'll just check for B. It won't even check for A. It doesn't care. It just says, is B held down right now? Yes. Okay. Make it go through. If it's not held down and you press A, then you will repeat the text. But by holding down B and then pressing A a bunch, you will be safe. You will never repeat the text. But it is slow because it is hard to mash that fast when you just do that. Alright, the second way to mash, which is also pretty safe, and you can even do it pretty quickly. The other strat is just mash the hell out of the B button, right? So if you mash fast enough, right? Like I'm gonna try to see if I can get my hands on screen. That way you can know what I'm doing here. So we're gonna do that, and then I use my hands to move the controller away from my hands. I use my hands to like twist the controller away from my hands so that I don't have to move my thumbs very much. I just move my hands like this, and then I can mash pretty quickly. So by just mashing B, you will quickly move through the text. You will never repeat text, and you will never go into a menu you don't want to go to. So for instance, later on we will unlock the Pokemon report. We will not go into there by pressing B. You cannot go with these menu options by pressing B. It just doesn't work. So by mashing B like that, you can be safe and not go into a menu, but still be pretty quick, which isn't as fast as you can be, which is our next strat. Go ahead and reset here. It's like one of the easiest places to show text, so we're going to do that. The next option is the fastest option, which is alternating between A and B. It's the fastest way because I guess the game checks between A and B faster than it does between just B. So by alternating between A and B, you go super fast. The problem lies whenever it asks if you want to repeat text. If you're alternating, that means you're lifting up on B and pressing A, which means if you don't do it just right, then you're going to repeat text, you know? So if you don't have just the right timing, or if, I don't know, just if you're like in sync with the texting or the text thing and just you hit A at the wrong time, well, you just repeated text and you lost yourself some time. So let's go ahead and do this. See if I can't keep my hands on screen. So that can happen a lot if you're not careful. Alright, so. But then you can also go super fast. So some people call it YOLO mashing or just YOLO strats, just go crazy. But it is faster, and there are a couple places where they won't ask you to repeat text. So you actually would save time by doing the alternating strategy because there's no risk. So whatever you feel like. Personally, for some of those areas, I will alternate between A and B. Then when I know the text box is coming up, I will just switch to just B mashing. That way I can still go pretty quick, and I'm still sort of in the mashing mode, right? So I would switch from here to here, and then go back to hitting A whenever I'm done. So those are your text mashing options. Be safe. I would say for brand new runners, hold B, mash A is probably going to be your safest bet. But I encourage you to learn the mashing B soon, as quickly as possible, because being able to go pretty quickly by mashing B is probably a really easy time save, because there's like 4 or 5 areas where you have to mash through text. At the beginning of the game, apples, pester, then you have to go to the dash engine, the flute, and Mew. That's 6 sections. Also, in valleys, that's 7. That's 7 sections where you have to mash. And going doot, 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 said it's way faster. It's way faster to do just B. So I encourage you to learn those strats.